Good evening and welcome to another weekend of Ero. And as always, we start with Ps F5, the greatest tier in the world in all motorsport. So we have 19 drivers tonight, not quite a full grid, but it's not far away. For those people who watched last week in Monza, I can't promise the same level of action and drama. But you do never know with these guys. Wanny is involved, Suckel's involved, Rongson's involved. To be honest, there probably will be carnage. So first out of the blocks is Minhu. So watch him go round. In Imola, if I've not already said. It's a nice sunny day in qualifying. Hopefully a little bit of spicy action rain in the race. Let's cross our fingers. Only time will tell. Forecast says could be potential downpour. Well, who knows? Mr. Tank's made a return. He had a few good races. In fact, he won a few. Probably should have been promoted to F4. Absolute speed demon. He was dreadful in season 6. Really, really bad. Had a few years off, and this season has been incredible when he's been racing. So here comes the first flying lap of the day with an Alfa Romeo very close behind Binhu, which I don't particularly think is a great idea. Well, that's F5. Could be Wanny. Didn't have his greatest race last week. Purple Sector 1, surprise, surprise, is the first to go around the lap. So, who's going to get pole here today? To be honest, it could be any number of drivers, which is great, really. That's what we want to see. This man, Binhu's pretty decent. Junaid, another potential. As is Mr. Tank, and we can't discount the likes of Stevie, who's had a fairly poor season, but obviously a quick driver. I think we can rule out the likes of Rongson, but it may surprise us all. He's currently stopped on track. He does like to make a big scene of getting out of people's way. He doesn't really need that level of drama, but there we are, that's Rongson. We know what he's like. There's been across the line of 115.9. I think we can get close to 115. That's what I'm going to. It's a bold prediction. I've no idea. Oh dear, Rossi doesn't help me with that at all. So he does a 117.7. I don't think he raced last week. He missed out on a cracking race, to be honest. Nico Hiltonen, who's staying in the pit lane for whatever reason. Got points last week for the first time. Congratulations to him. We're all very pleased for him. And he was, of course, pleased for himself as well. One of the remaining Finnish drivers in the in Ero. Hope to see some more returns soon as Bastos crossed the line with 119.8. Oh dear. So perhaps Binhu's time is better than I'm expecting. Rings was done at 116.3. Tim Liza 116.7. Villeneuve's up there, 116.3. It's very good. No, I think it's very good. He's also had a poor season. Stevie sets the fastest time of 115.4. So yeah, 115 is looking pretty likely for the pole time. It's a reasonable guess. Where's Rongson? He normally creates a bit of interesting content. So I think he's on his in lap, but probably makes it more entertaining. So look how far the Ferrari is behind him. No doubt he'll let him past. I mean, what is the point? Anyway, let's see what he does. Everyone's on in lap now, so it's already boring. He should just carry on and go in the pits, which I'm sure he will. Easy to lose the car in that corner. And the chicane is a bit smelly. You can afford to cut it more than that though. But of course, this is an in-lap. So enough of in-laps, let's have a look in the out-lap. And we have Mark, one of my favourite drivers. Very clean. He was in the first season with me. As are a few of these drivers actually. So who was there in season 6 back when I raced in F5? We have Mark. I think Istvod was involved. Mr. Tank definitely. I think Tim Liza was F4 back then. Villeneuve was involved, and so was Stevie. Of course, we did have Filippo, who's not here today, as Mark just invalidates his lap as it goes through there. But it is an out lap, so again, who cares? Yes, in that Ferrari car, beautiful. So everybody's in the pits, and Mark's going to have a free track. So there's a few drivers coming out, going to get in his way a little bit, but should have reasonably clear air if people behave. So here he comes. I'm going to ride on board with Mark. As we see, cars getting out of his way or completely stopping on track. Whether that's good or not, who knows? As we're going to ride on board through Sector 1. Pretty tricky left and right coming up here. Just about got the line, maybe didn't quite hit that apex on the right hand side. He wants a nice tight line in this corner. Get on the throttle, accelerate out to the edge of the track. Just keep right over the hill. And then you've got another tricky fast left-hander. Dab of the brakes. Let the car run wide. And then let's see if he can do this without tapping the brakes. Yes, he can. Well done, Mark. Brakes, obviously, for the second part of that corner. Just about holds the car up towards the chicane, the end of Sector 2, a 51.2. So he could definitely cut that second part more. He's lost a lot of time there, I think, as we approach the final few corners in this reasonably short track. Don't really want to cut the corner too much there. That's almost perfect line. Similar there, a little bit wide. Didn't run quite as wide on exit either, so lost a little bit of time there. Keep right. Shortest run to the line is done a 1:17.0. Definitely time to be gained there by Mark. Not his finest lap. You could see several corners, probably just taking it easy on his first flying lap of the day. So Mr. Tank, it's a possible he can get on pole if he brings that form back from the first few races, which hopefully he does. We want competition. Everyone likes a bit of competition. Nobody likes to see people like Max Verstappen. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, never mind. Vries has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane, which is pretty funny. So that's the end of his qualifying. Rossier is one way of getting people's way. Yeah, okay. This could be another disqualification here, guys. Let's just watch this. As now he's just about kept it together. So Vries won't be very happy with that one. Did get disqualified. Where's Mr. Tank gone? He's gone in P2 in all that madness. Here's Sokol warming his tyres. Who else have we got starting a lap? I think. Who is it? Is it Istvod starting a lap? No. Coming to the end. We'll see what time he can do as he enters the pits. Brilliant. So who is on a lap then? Vinhu is on a lap. Mr. Tank isn't. Junaid possibly. Villeneuve's just starting a lap. So we'll watch him and see the times come in. We'll see what happens. Oh dear, Vries isn't very pleased for that disqualification, but yes, of course he was slowing to let people by, but equally can't really block the pit lane. So we see Villeneuve throwing the car into every corner, marginally up on his time through sector 1. Lots of time to be gained. And if the Aston Martins play this well, I think Stevie's just ahead of him. Don't know if he's slowing down. So I suspect what will happen here is Villeneuve will go by on this straight, and then Stevie will stay with him and get a lovely tow all the way down to turn 1. Although Stevie's not really attached to the back of it. So I think Stevie's probably run out of fuel and is on the in lap, but that would have been nice. But anyway, here comes Villeneuve. Keeps right. I mean, reasonable lap this has. That's a 5/10 improvement. Goes P5, 115.8. Pretty decent from the Aston Martin team so far. As soon to cross the line is Matthew Wrongson. He improved slightly, 116.6. Mark just beginning a lap now. As I think it's Junaid who's just going into the pits. Zukal has invalidated, and Ross is on outlap. So not much going on here as usual. Although I think Stevie has started a lap. So yeah, I think they missed a trick there actually. I feel like they could have perhaps used the tow there as Villeneuve came by. Stevie could have tagged on to the end of him and a lovely tow down the straight. But alas, not to be. Opted for a bit of clean air instead, and it's not doing him too badly because he's just set purple sector 2. So rounds the final couple of corners, uses almost all the track. Beautiful line through there. And he's going to cross the line to improve even further, and he's on 115.0. Could be the whole time. I tell you, all that practice a couple of years ago in Imola, it's certainly done us all well. Myself, Stevie, Villeneuve and Jacob Tucker were involved in a tremendous rivalry in Season 6, pushing each other to the limit. Imola was the track that we really, for whatever reason, that week, I think Jacob was off school, that's why, for that week we practiced every single day for many, many hours, all four of us, and we could see each other's time trial times getting better and better and better, and we must have spent 3 hours a day practicing Imola, and that week certainly paid off for all of us, as Stevie is almost half a second quicker than the entire field, which is not normally the case, certainly this season in F5. So yeah, that's not how you take that corner, but it is an in-lap, so I think it was an in-lap. Anyway, Mark was invalidated. Ringswood has only just started a lap. Wanny, no, my old friend Wanny. Well, he did cause a few problems last week, and to escape with just an internet warning is an absolute disgrace. But that's what happens. Sometimes DNF'd about 3 cars. Smashed people off during the safety car, all due to connection problems, but it is what it is. As he enters the pits. Not long till the race starts. I'm being told the clouds are forming. Could be a wet start, which will be interesting. Wet start, Imola, long run down to turn 1, tricky left-right turn 1, which even the computer-controlled cars struggle with. This will be a chaotic turn 1. Could be 3 DNFs before turn 1. There's my bold prediction. At least 4 safety cars today. That's almost guaranteed. I mean, let's have a look at the safety car candidates. Sokol, absolutely. Wrongson, definitely. Wanny, well, who knows what's going to happen with Wanny. And then one of the other drivers was bound to bin it at some point, so probably Nico Hilton, no offence to him, but last week in Monza was probably the first time he's finished in a while, but he did get points, so perhaps he's on the up. So yes, 4 safety cars, 3 DNFs in turn 1, or before turn 1. And I might, well, fall off my chair again, like I did last week. What a race that was. Do like to keep us entertained, these F5 people. I still believe qualifying is pretty boring. But this is what it is. So here comes Tim Liza across the line. Slight improvement, but jumps right up to P6. Pretty close. And those 4 cars, Liza to Sokol, less than half a tenth, separates 4 positions. Tim Liza on top at the moment. It's probably his last lap unless he's still pushing, which I think he is. I'm just going to run out of battery though. Oh no, he's recharging, so don't think he's on a lap. So who is on a lap? Villeneuve. Using almost all the track. Plenty of battery. Full throttle through that corner. Very brave. Nice little dab of the brakes. Keeps it on the track beautifully. Approaches the tricky chicane. Try and cut this. Lovely. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Absolutely perfect chicane, to be honest. Carried a lot of speed. It's saying he's got purple sector 2. This could be an astounding lap. Oh, he almost invalidates. Run to the line. What can we do, Villeneuve? We're currently P7. And we've jumped up to P2. Incredible 1-2 for the Aston Martin team. Fantastic. Brilliant stuff. I told you all that practice in Season 6 paid off. As Stevie just improves even further as we've got the Aston Martins 1-2. Oh, Binhu's ruined everything. A great lap from him though, 15-2. Who else is still to come round? I think Junaid's on a lap. Slight improvement, he won't now, he's invalidated there. Sokol has done Sokol things. Mark's still on a lap though. There's a Wanny's just ahead. Wanny's done Wanny, what on earth? Wanny's done Wanny things. Yeah, that's Wanny. As Mark does improve, despite a DRS board being thrown at his head. Wanny's being a Wanny as Matthew Wrongson crosses the line on intermediate tyres. What? I think that's penalisable. What is he doing? What is he doing? We have to find this out. Oh, the old thing is trending. Stevie too fast. Literally the first race he's done well at so far this season. and already they're jumping on his back. Hilarious. Oh, Matthew Rongson's practicing for the rain. Apparently it's going to rain in the race. He's practicing for the rain in the dry. Yeah, and that's a penalty. I think I might report that just for a laugh, to be honest. Because I've been banging on about this dude. He asks stupid questions in the chat every day. What's this rule? What's that rule? Just read the rules. Just read the rules. It's not difficult. It's quite a simple document. Read the rules. And you won't get penalised. There is a specific rule, or there was a specific rule against using clearly the incorrect tyre compound. I hope Watch didn't get rid of that rule. Oh, it's pouring it down with rain. Oh, brilliant. Look at them fans. They're happy as Larry. Look at them. Arms in the air. Yes, it's pouring it down. We love to see it. Absolute carnage. Well, it's F5, guys. It's Imola. Old-fashioned track. Close walls. Lots of gravel traps. Pouring it down with rain. Suckold's involved, Wanny's involved, Matthew Rongson's involved. Will he start on slicks? We don't know. He may well do. This will be chaotic. As we're going to straight into the action. 5 red lights. And it's lights out. And away they go. A very, very slow start for Stevie. As Villeneuve's got a great start and he's coming through the middle of them. Can he fit through? Probably not. They're about 6 wide further behind as Stevie and Binhu are going side by side into the first corner. Villeneuve's gone off. It's been a disaster for him. Binhu's gone off as well. There's another car gone off. They must be very slippy on that track as Stevie takes the lead or keeps the lead. Mr. Tank up to P3. Abdelrahman in P4. Tim Liza up 2 positions in P5. And there's been a faller. The first faller is Suckold is doing donuts in the background. So, it's a very... Oh, look at that in the background. There's cars everywhere as Stevie's away. Mr. Tank is holding the job up behind. It's Tim Liza struggling to keep it in a straight line there. They're drifting everywhere. This is brilliant. Let's have a look at tyres. It must be full wets. It's inters. It's not full wets. That's very interesting. So let's try and get something up. What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. So there we are. Sinead and Ringsrud side by side. Can we see anything? No, we can't. It's pretty average camera angle. There's Villeneuve down the inside of Ringsrud, or the outside I should say, and Ringsrud, oh no, Villeneuve's gone wide. He's really struggling on this opening lap. Really struggling. He's gone down from P3 all the way to P10. Oh, someone's got in front. Sully's had a massive issue. Massive issue. There's Rongson's going off on the background. Red Bull are an absolute disaster this race. So Stevie's dropped down to P2. Binhu has got through. Oh my word. Rongson's gone in the pits and got a penalty for speed in the pit lane. Unbelievable. He thinks it's slicks time, no doubt. He's left the session. He's retired. What? Anyway. I don't know what to say. Why has he left? What's going on? Stevie has lost the lead. Binhu using quite a lot of battery by the looks of it to get by. And look how spread the field is already. We're in for a long race, guys. In this wet conditions. Not going to be easy for them. It'll be very challenging. Oh, there's a virtual safety government deployed. Sinead's been spun. Sinead's been spun further ahead. There's issues. As usual. Virtual safety car is deployed. Well, there was a lot of contact there. Some people have lost the front wings. Okay, Sinead and Sully going side by side. Right. Just F5 things, guys. Either a 1 or 2 stop going to the race strategies. I don't really agree with that. VSC could end at any moment, and these guys at the front will be waiting to go. As Mr. Tank's got a drive-through but speeding on the safety car, and they have gone. Mr. Tank obviously trying a little bit too hard, as Stevie's got a great run on Bin Hu. Using all that battery, he's going to go. Oh, inside, outside. Oh, he doesn't know where to go. Bin Hu's held his line very, very fairly. Stevie's got a little bit of a better exit. He's got a bit of a switch. Oh, Stevie's on a moment. Oh, he's on the grass and Mr. Tank's by. Oh, Stevie was trying a little bit too hard there. And Bin Hu keeps the lead. Mr. Tank with that drive-through, absolute disaster for him. Schoolboy stuff. Further back, there's issues, but it's so far back. How many people are almost down? Look at this. Unbelievable scenes as Vries and, Vries is in the pit lane, as is Mark. Ferrari doing Ferrari things, front wings going on there. So Stevie's kept it on the road at least. I thought that was potential DNF there. Very, very close. As purple sectors are being set, so is the track drying? Surely not. It's pouring it down. Let's have a look at tyres instead of position changes, because I want to see if anyone is bold enough to go for a different tyre. Clearly not slicks yet, but maybe they go full wets. It's looking that way at the moment. It's Bin Hu sets the fastest lap of the session. Sokol's just got past Nico Hilton in the background. No one's close enough to challenge here. Oh, Villeneuve's binned it! Villeneuve's in the wall. That's surely a safety car. Yes, it is. There's Villeneuve. Spun it. That's a weird place to go. He's gone really far down that straight. Villeneuve is out at a very odd place. Obviously lost control of the car on exit and spun straight into that wall. Saw someone do it in quali, but managed to keep the car on Villeneuve in the wet. After starting P3, what a beautiful qualifying it was for Villeneuve. Sadly, has DNF'd on lap 3. Anyway, that's the safety car being deployed. Nico Hilton's managed to cut a corner during the safety car. What a goat. So, will anyone pit then? I'd strongly suggest it's not the right time to pit. But their engineers may know better than me. Oh dear. Some dramatic people in the world, isn't there? Has a bad first lap and's retired again. He's already retired once. Made a massive exit speech and all this nonsense. Came back the next race. And is retired again. For any of the snooker fans out there, it feels like Ronnie O'Sullivan, but with much less talent. Anyway, somebody has took a gamble. And that somebody is Junaid. Although, to be fair, the full wet tyres look far better on the Williams than any other car. The blue fits with the blue. Yeah, he's gone for the brave strategy. Not sure whether it's the right thing to do, but could well win him the race. Why not? Give it a try. See what happens. Oh, hang on. We've got a clip here of why Matthew Wrongson is retiring from Ero. That's not that bad. I mean, it's not great, but... yeah. I wouldn't probably rage quit over that, to be fair. I think Bastos is just being a bit more cautious than Wrongson. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not a steward, but certainly not a reason to retire. Come on. Give your head a wobble. Get a grip, man. It's a game. Probably 2 more laps of the safety car. The field is very spread out. Nobody else is pitting. Sinead has stuck to the... oh no, 2 people are pitting. My apologies. Nico Hilton and Mr. Tank. What are they going on? They're going on intermediate tyres. So Sinead is looking like the only one to try the wets. And it doesn't really look wet enough, if I'm honest. I hope it is. Because that would be so much fun if Sinead just steams through everyone. Where's Wanny in this chaos? Let's watch Wanny. This Wanny during a safety car is always good fun, guys. Those who watched Monza last week know this to be fact. So let's see how many cars he can steamroll out the way this time. I think the record was 4 last race, so he's got a few more ahead of him this time. Could be fun. So yes, no serious collisions like Monza yet, but never mind. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, did he? Mr. Tank tried to serve his drive-through apparently. During the... oh, hang on, oh no. Has Wanny lost it? Have I missed that? Did Wanny crash? Or did he just retire? I was too busy reading Discord, to be honest. So I think Wanny's crashed under the safety car, which is skillful, but everyone else will be relieved is out the race. But yeah, Mr. Tank... what's Mr. Tank done? Yeah, tried to serve his drive-through during the safety car. Clearly you can't do that. Error. Yeah, when he crashed, I missed that. Sorry, guys. Yeah, sorry. Do 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 do. Let's have a look at the Ero rules while this is happening. So if anything happens, I do apologise. Tyres, 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 tyres. Wodge will know if he got rid of this or not. Did he get rid of this rule? 0.9999. Rule 9.2. Are we listening, everybody? Rule 9.2. At all times, drivers must use the tyres appropriate for the current weather conditions. It is allowed to take a risk with tyre strategy knowing the conditions will be changing very shortly. If change tyres for clearly inappropriate conditions without weather going to change imminently, the driver must pit for appropriate tyres at the same lap. Now this is interesting because it didn't happen during a race. Well, anyway, the safety car's in during this lap. Well, he's retired from the whole Ero, so we might give him a bit of slack. But anyway, read the rules next time. That's all I say. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Read the rules. It is not difficult. Anyway, the safety car's in. Bin, who's going to lead them away. Stevie in P2 ready to pounce. Tim Liza in P3, which is a thing we do like to see. As Binny's gone, Stevie's been caught napping a little bit, and Tim Liza has got the jumper touch, and Abdelayman is right behind as well. This could be dangerous. Let's see if Sinead can make inroads. Oh no, Mr. Tank's been disqualified for ignoring the drive-through penalty. Absolute nightmare. Unbelievable scenes. Has been passed by Stevie, and I didn't see that coming at all. I thought it was over. As Abdelrahman's going around the outside of Tim Liza at the next corner. Is he going to dive down the inside? No. I didn't see that coming at all and went off the front two because I did not expect it. As we can see, Milanis and Junaid are going side by side. As Junaid on the full wet tyres. Clearly not working out for him just yet. As Junaid's gone a little bit wide, and here comes the Mercedes up the inside. Oh, potential contact now. Oh, Junaid's causing all sorts of issues for Ringsrud. Oh, Junaid slid off the track. Let's come on nicely. Well done, guys, for not colliding. And Junaid is having serious problems. It's not gone well for him going for the wet tyres. Mr. Tank's gone. Schoolboy stuff. Disqualification as Mark somehow gets past Rossi into the chicane. Lovely, as the other Ferrari in front goes very wide. And probably picks up a warning if he's avoided it's done well. Further forward, we can see Binnu and Stevie now had a little ding-dong battle all race long. Stevie says the fastest lap of the race so far, so it is drying. That's the way I see that. It's Binnu not gaining this lap. Abdelrahman going to send it on Tim, is he? No. Not this time. As Nico Hiltonen is making an overtake on Junaid. Oh, Junaid, it's really not working for you on those tyres, mate. Oh, Nico Hiltonen's gone deep. He's gone through the gravel. Oh, is he going to lose it? Oh, Junaid. Oh, Nico Hiltonen. Oh, my word. He's going to be overtaken by 4 cars. Well, 3. Oh, careful. Oh, my word. Here they all come. Nico Hiltonen keeps the position somehow. Junaid clearly very slow on these tyres. Here comes the Ferrari up the inside. There's definite contact. We're watching Junaid struggle as Nico Hiltonen gets further and further away ahead as the 2 Ferraris are hassling the Williams of Junaid. As we've got Isfod a little bit behind the Ferraris. There's 1 Ferrari's by here, definitely. Lovely. Junaid has to stop so much earlier. It's definitely not on the right tyres. Really, really struggling as here comes the other Ferrari. Lovely stuff again. Surely you've got to get past. Oh, is Isfod's going to gamble as well? Oh. Beautiful driving from both. Fair play to Junaid getting out of the way. Has to pit this lap. Anyway, after all that chaos, Stevie still leads the way, but here comes Binhu. He's got a massive, massive run on him here. Feel like there's going to be a dive bomb. It's certainly looking, but no, sensible. Further back, Sully and Sokol. Side by side. Here comes the Mercedes Milanis now. Fairly sensible drives today. Maybe Monza's calmed them all down a touch. It's a tough race. All this rain. At some stage, of course, it may change to slicks, which will keep things very interesting. At the moment, though, Binhu's got another good run on Stevie. He can't really overtake there, though. Oh, very close to a dangerous part of the circuit. Binhu's been sensible. Just needs to be patient. Stick with Stevie. No real risks. You don't want to ruin your complete race. But he's all over the back of Stevie at the moment. Stevie is struggling. Defending very well, though. Sokol's looking at Sully. Round the outside of the chicane. Has not made it work. Difficult to do, to be fair, as Binhu is still hounding Stevie. Oh, it's painful to watch. This is. It's like watching a pig go for slaughter. I think this is the straight. It's definitely going to happen, this one, isn't it? Stevie will try and defend. I don't think anything will be doing here. As Binhu goes to the outside, Stevie's forced him there. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. As Binhu's going to try around the outside, doesn't manage it. Stevie's defended well again. Stays in front. Sokol enters the pits. This could be the battle of the day, but further back we have a 3-car battle for P3. Tim Liza leads the way with Abdelrahman and Bastos just behind. Where's the next massive collision coming from? Could it be here? No, fairly clean, but Abdelrahman is through. Tim sort of let that happen really, rather than be collected. Wise. So Tim still all over the back of Abdelrahman, is not letting that one go. Bin Hu is following the gearbox of the Aston Martin very closely. And Stevie's managed to conserve more battery though, which is quite impressive. Here they go again. Bin Hu gaining. I don't think he's quite as close this time, but he might send it anyway. Not this time, as they are putting a standing lead out on the rest of the field, as Mark says the fastest lap of the race so far. So two Ferraris catching the back of that train that Abdelrahman is keeping everyone else behind at the moment. It's allowing Bin Hu and Stevie to get further away. Kind of irrelevant, because there'll be another safety car. Sinead now sets the fast lap. So the track is drying. Definitely drying. I think it might be slicks by the end, and Bin Hu is hassling Stevie. The stress levels will be intense, and can this be the moment? Bin Hu, no. Oh, Bin Hu's got a much better exit here though. And they're going side by side into the final corner. Stevie's going to have, I want to say DRS, but it's not because it's raining. But he's going to have a slipstream at least. He's lost position there. Oh, was there a bit of contact there? And Bin Hu and Stevie have come together, but I think Stevie's let Bin Hu go there. Very sporting, because I think there was a little bit of a nudge. Luckily, no harm done, and Stevie's let Bin Hu go. Very, very fair. Respectful driving there after a little nudge in the back. That's what we want to see. Ideally, no contact in the first place, but if there is a little nudge, Stevie could have gone into the distance there, but very fair. Let him by, and is actually dropping back now, so not worked out for Stevie, but long race. Hopefully they keep that battle for the lead going. But in the meantime, we've got Sully and Bastos fairly close to one another, with Milanist not far behind at all. As we see, Tim's not too far ahead of this battle either. Further back though, we've got Rossi and Nico Hiltonen very close on track. This could be an interesting battle as Nico Hiltonen cuts the corner and brakes, and Rossi almost goes into the back of him. Yes. Anyway, here comes Bastos on Tim Liza. Round the outside, not quite, can't do it there. But he will hassle and continue to hassle all the way down the straight, and I think Bastos has got an absolutely brilliant run here. Lots of using all that battery. Oh, what is he doing? Very, very weavy, erratic. Oh, he's given up. He's given up. Oh, I would have sent that. Well, each to their own. As Rossi has lost it. I think he may have come together with Nico Hiltonen, which is a great shame. So what do these drivers do? Is drying and it's still raining. So do they pit for another set of inters? As there's a very slow Ferrari there. I think he's let rings run by for some reason. Interesting. There's Junaid looking to get past Rossier. Goes for it. They'll get him into the next corner. Yeah, I'm just going for it around the outside. Lovely. bit of a switchback, absolutely beautiful from Sinead. But what's more beautiful is Sokol going for it as well, down the inside of Rossier. No collision. Well, that is a surprise. And Sokol's all over the back of Sinead. We'll keep on this. And Sokol's got a great run. Sokol's got pace, look at this. Hassling Sinead. Ringsrud pits. Look at this. Rossi has lost it again in the background, but here comes Sokol. Is he going to send it? He's used a lot of battery. But so has Sinead. Stevie's caught up to the back of Binu. Oh no, Rossi's been disqualified going the wrong way. What? Did he get lost? Did he genuinely like lose his bearings and go the wrong way? Unbelievable scenes. I've had several disqualifications this race. I've never seen so many disqualifications. Anyway, Sinead and Sokol very close to one another, and Nico Hillman's in the mix as well. Side by side. Oh, I was about to say lovely racing, and they've all collided. Anyway, somehow Nico Hillman's battling and is still in the lead. As arriving on the scene is Ringsrud. Look at this. So Sinead's in front. Sokol's got through. Nico Hillman's lost 2 positions in one corner. Going to make it three in quick succession soon. Sinead and Sokol are very close to one another as Ringsrud is now past Nico Hillman. Absolute dangerous area, but gets past as there's strong defence in front from Sinead. Here comes Sokol down the inside of the hairpin. Lovely, lovely move. Beautiful stuff. And Ringsrud's got a great exit as well. Nico Hillman's gone a little bit off the track in the background. A slight issue. What a great battle this is for P11. Further forward, that's where the important things are happening. And Bastos is closing on Sully. But he does have a very quick Mercedes and 2 reasonably fast Ferraris behind him. There's a few penalties. Let's have a quick look at them. Just a few 3 seconds. Nico Hillman's got 6. Well, if he carries on, he still might get points. So the rate of DNFs is a lot as Ringsrud gets past Sinead. Sinead struggled this race. I've been quite surprised. Lovely camera angle. Oh dear. Mark's had issues. Melanis looking at the rear of Bastos. Could probably get him on this next straight. Reasonable exit right up his rear. Round the outside. Inside for the turn 1. And it should be job done. But it's not. Broke much earlier than Bastos. Conceded the position. Didn't need to. Because there is a yellow flag for Sinead, I believe. Doing Tokyo Drift around that corner. Just need to stay on the lead lap, really. Oh, he will stay on the lead lap, just, I think. As, yeah, Stevie not quite making that impact since he lost position to Binhu, but they're still 7 seconds quicker than everybody else at the minute. 7 seconds ahead, I should say. Long pit lane in Imola, so you don't really want to be spending a lot of time in the pits like Sinead's done. Here comes Reese. Down the inside of the Ferrari. Go on, send it. Not even using his battery. He's going to wait and get him on the straight, I think. Much more sensible, but less entertaining. Who wants sensible? Oh, Reese. Massive issue. And that's not helped him. as Milanist is now looking at Bastos. Come on, nice big send. Where are all the dive bombs? We used up all the chaos in Monza, I think, guys, as Ringsrud is approaching Zucol. Could be a collision. Ooh. No, Ringsrud's right on the back of Zucol. Surely an overtake. Zucol parked his car nicely there. Forced him round the outside, and Zucol could keep this position. It's good racing, actually, from both. Good defence, but Zucol could have done no more there. And still hassling him. And that's all you can do, hassle and hope for the error in some situations. But Zucol has made the error himself and got a 3-second time penalty. Binhu's pitted. Interesting. Interesting. They must be struggling. As Abdelrahman's pitted as well and got a pit lane speeding penalty, so Stevie leads the way. Does he hold his nerve and try and hold out for the slick tyres, or does he box next lap after absolutely pummeling this lap time in, doing the overcut, which is possible because the tyres will be cold on the Inters, but who knows. We haven't seen any purple sectors in a while, so the track's not really drying. But we will stay with this and see what happens. We want to watch the gap to Binhu. It's 24.9 at the moment. Is decreasing. 24.8, 24.7, 24.6. So, yes, it's definitely done Binhu the world of good to get on those fresh Inters. And assuming Stevie pits, he will come out behind Binhu. Binhu's actually now stuck behind Isfod, so maybe not actually. Maybe that's going to just about help Stevie, because we can see that gap increasing a little now because he is stuck behind Isfod, and it's pretty crucial that Binhu gets past Isfod here, which I don't think he'll be able to do up to this corner. It will be brave, and Isfod let him pass there. Unbelievable scenes. We wanted a bit of drama. Anyway, 24.8, it's going to be very, very close. This could be side-by-side action through these exits in the pit, so we will ride on board with Binhu, because it could get a little bit tasty. Stevie is pitted. There won't be much in this, probably 1-2 seconds max. I think Stevie will come out behind. As we see Binhu now. Stevie has exited his box. It's significantly behind, actually. Yeah, very, very long way behind, and Stevie will be disgusted to see that. Comes out in P4. A good 3-4 seconds behind, so it's not gone well for Stevie. Great undercut from Binhu, pulling the trigger first. Good choice. Isfod, of course, probably hoping for a safety car at this stage, or hoping for it to dry up very, very quickly, as is Vries, of course, in the lead. So Vries is going very, very high risk strategy, but as long as his tyres don't explode, not a bad idea. I like that strategy. I like it. Keep on it. Don't pit this lap. Don't be boring. Carry on. Hope for a bit of drama, and you'll be fine. Something's happened. Reese has ruined everything and pitted. I wasn't paying attention then, so I don't know what's going on. Binhu set the fastest lap. Scratch that. Abdelrahman set the fastest lap. As the yellow flag in sector 3, issues have happened for Mark. Reese is in the pits, so that's why he's been passed by a few people. Isfod hanging out there on those 16-lap-old Inters, though. And before it gets too spicy, I'm going to have to go to the toilet, unfortunately. I'm really, really sorry. It's terrible commentary. But it is what it is. Who's close to one another? There's a bit of a three-car battle there, so I'll ride on board with Sully, and you can watch the chaos happen while I miss it all. So what have we missed, guys? Nothing, I don't think. So everyone's now pitted apart from Nico Hiltonen, but that's not really helped his strategy at all. So of course not now got a penalty. A lot of track limit issues here. A lot of penalties. So Steve is closing now. Oh, look at this. Bastos and Ringsrud very close. Ringsrud going for it. Bastos defending a touch. Can't really get past there. That's Ringsrud all over the back of Bastos. Is he going to send it? No. Rossier has... what happened there? Oh no, he just got disqualified ages ago, so he's now left the session. Sorry. What else is going on? Abdelrahman Isfod reasonably close. As are the Ferrari and Mercedes of Vries and Milanist. As Vries just whips by. Milanist is letting past there. A lot of clean racing today. A little bit disappointing. So here comes Abdelrahman. Easily past Isfod. As Isfod is on those very old tyres. And he's just praying for it to dry up. Or a safety car. Or both. Les Vries now gets past Ringsrud. So great little battle from Binhu and Stevie, pushing each other all the way through this race. It must be stressful for the two of them. Miles ahead of everyone else though. Fair play. Another penalty. Come on, guys, do something. Well, I think it'll dry up soon, and that will change the dynamic. Oh, I certainly hope it dries up before the end and someone takes a gamble. Another safety car wouldn't go amiss. I'm looking at you, Nico. Oh, Sokola's still in the race, that's a surprise. Who else is safety car material? As Isfod pits has finally said enough is enough for those. Does he completely gamble and go onto the softs? No. He's just gone on the intermediate tyres. A wise move. Somebody's lost it. It's not that man. It's Sinead at the back. Anyway, we'll watch Ringsrud and Milanist as Isfod drops down the order due to the long pit lane. So 8 laps to go, give or take. And I really do hope there'll be a battle for the lead at the end. Otherwise I'd be sad. This, I'm afraid, is the closest battle. Not anymore, as Mark is about to get past Sokol. This has potential, guys. This has potential to be a Russell-Bottas collision on the main straight. Here we go. Ooh! Skipped a beat a little bit there. Come on, Sokol, do something, Sokol-y. Brake failure coming up from Sokol. No, kept it under control fairly nicely through that. He's on very old tyres, which is why he was caught so quickly. As closer to the front, Stevie's giving us some entertainment, and he's caught the back of Bin Hu. We could have a nice little duel towards the end of the race for the lead. Wouldn't that be interesting? Stevie not had the best of seasons. Would be nice. Not this time, can't get by. It's trying. It's hassling. Giving it the best go he possibly can. And that's all we can ask. And that's all we want. There is a yellow flag further ahead, but no real dramas, as they are approaching back markers. Someone's gone for the soft tyres. Ringsrud has gone for the soft tyres. It's not time. It's still raining. Surely it's not time for softs, but anyway, we'll soon find out. He's miles behind everyone, so why not try something? I would love to see how he gets on. I think he's going to spin straight out of the pits, but we will watch this. Does this look quick, guys? It doesn't look that bad, actually. Full throttle through that corner is interesting. We will watch Stevie try and get close. So I have to say, Ringsrud's not looking too slow. He's not catching his fault, so probably not just yet correct, as Nico Hilton's about to get blue flagged. He does have his teammate behind him on the road, of course. Yeah, well, at least he got out of the way. Brilliant, love him. You gotta love him. Fantastic. So Cole's now pitted, and Ringsrud's dropping like a stone. It's absolutely not time for soft tyres at all. Just got to go for inters now, as Sokol has done. Too late for safety car drama now, I think. That would not really help things. It would just cause further chaos. But yeah. Yeah, we can't really complain if that happens. Sokol has lost out. He's lost out because in the pit lane, so he'll soon catch up. Stevie trying to keep this race interesting for us, and he's doing a reasonable job. All it needs is one penalty, of course, from Bin Hu, and a lot of people have got penalties, only 4 without. No, 5, sorry. Maths is not a strong point. Stevie trying his best to keep it interesting. Good race from these guys ahead. Look, 13 seconds above anyone else. Very impressive. pushing each other all the way. They're not slowing down for anyone. Junaid is next on the road to be lapped. Let's hope he gets out of the way. We don't want any silliness. Let's have a look at what's been who. Yes, well done, Junaid. Yeah, beautiful. Well, it could have been better, but you know, that's what you're supposed to do when you're getting lapped. So fair play to Junaid. Well done, sir. Stevie lost out a touch there, but nothing really Junaid could have done about that. Couldn't have done any more, I don't think. Did his best, and that's all we can ask. So Succole's going to get past the driver with soft tyres, which just shows that it's not time for the softs. Here comes Succole. Much better exit. Ringswood's getting all out of shape. And away goes Succole for P11. Nope. Yeah, really struggling. Look at the sliding. Not getting the traction. Not good. Nico Hilton's gone for it. Good luck to the man. In fact, so much so that we will watch this. Who's ready for the 360? About now. No, not quite. Almost went over the white line, but not quite as he approaches the first corner. Not awful. I expected worse, so fair enough. Stevie's dropped back, so clearly had a problem. It's a bit of a shame. It's kind of ruined things. Succole set the fastest lap of the race so far, and Mark is reasonably close to Milanist, and our only hope at any sort of drama towards the end of the race. But to be honest, we can't expect the same level. As Mark goes off, we can't expect the same level as Monza last week. We did peak at Monza, and we'll struggle to ever get back to that, I think, unless we bring back someone like Pausio or Mr. Bean, and then you'd have much more entertainment. Definitely. I mean, imagine Rongson and Mr. Bean in the same chat. Never mind in the same race, in the same chat. Unbelievable scenes. You could stream the Discord chat instead of a race, and you get more viewers. That'd be hilarious. Make it happen, Wodge. Get him back. Just for the memes. As we see, everyone on soft tyres is last. Stevie has closed in again, so he's got the pace when he's got clean air. And he's got a little more battery, so we do have 2 laps to go after the end of this one. Is he saving himself for the last lap? And is Binhu beginning to struggle? Perhaps overheating tyres, different setups, you know, something happening. Don't know. But we hope there'll be a last lap battle, and hopefully not a collision. We don't want the race to be decided like that. Because we have seen, you know, the fair play of Stevie as he's absolutely steaming back, not even using his battery. So within 4/10, 2 laps to go. Really, there's only one real overtaking place left. So save all your battery for the next pit straight and absolutely send it into turn 1. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. What have you lost? But if you win, what have you won? Well, you've won an Ero race, and that is absolutely worthless. But better first than second, as the pressure will be telling on Binhu, who's less experienced in Ero than Stevie. Will that prove to be decisive in this race? In his closing lap, Stevie somehow has closed 2 seconds, substantially saved a lot of battery this lap. He's going to deploy all on the pit straight. Oh no, it's a massive collision. Oh no, Stevie's going to wait for him again, surely. Yeah, Stevie's waiting. Feels awful about that one. And they can afford to do this because they're so far ahead of everyone. So fair play again to Stevie. He's made 2 errors. Missed his braking point both times, and you know, let Bin Hu by. So fair play. He'll struggle to overtake now, I feel, but he'll give it a go. He'll give it a go. Full beans all the way. 1 lap to go, and he tried, just missed his braking point. But again, nice to see him slow down and wait for the man and let him by, because yeah, realised his mistake, went, yeah, my bad, sorry buddy, and let him by. He's done that twice, so luckily they're so far ahead of everyone they can afford to do that. So good stuff. Nice battle really as well. DRS has been enabled, very interesting, in the final lap. So just about, he's ready for dries now, so that's yeah, right at the end of the race, completely worthless, but you know, it is what it is. And I think Stevie may have a little bit of damage after that collision. It was pretty hefty impact, but yeah, fair play. It's just yeah, getting it home for 3rd place, and Bin Hu, the deserved winner, stayed out in front, kept it clean, and yeah, been yeeted off by Stevie twice, but Stevie has let him by both times, so well done. For that, it's what we like to see. If only there's more of that in league racing in general, not just ERO, just some fair etiquette. Of course, again, better not to make contact in the first place, but if you do, it's nice to own up to your mistakes, even if it's after the race. Nice to own up and say, yeah, my bad, sorry, and well done to Bin Hu. I'm sure Stevie will be the first to congratulate him and apologise, of course, for the 2 collisions, as Abdelhayman comes home in 3rd place with, of course, penalties. Tim Liza going to come home in 4th, but not 4th overall, because he's going to get jumped by Sully, who's going to get P4. There we go. And Vries finished P6, Bastos P7. Mark's going to be P9 in the end, because he's got a penalty as well, and Milanist is going to take P8. Isvod Sokol, Ringsrud, Junaid and Nico Hiltonen to round out the last positions. Could any of one of these soft runners get the fastest lap on the last lap? Who knows? Let's see. Fastest lap currently with Sokol, a 1:23.3. Can Nico Hiltonen take the fastest lap of the race? No. Can Ringsrud? No, he's 6/10 up. So that will be the end. Decent race, pretty okay. Could have been better, could have been worse. Fair play. Driver of the day, Reese. Didn't really see much of him, to be honest, but okay, we'll go with that. He's a Ferrari driver, so fair play. Could have given it Wrongson, but retired on lap 1, so who knows. Anyway, another race done, another win for Bin Hu, fair play. Stevie applauds, as you can see on the left-hand side. Good sportsmanship from Stevie, well done, sir. Lots of penalties, lots of skill issue, can't keep it on the road. Fastest lap goes to Sokol, perhaps his first point of the season, not sure, but certainly one of the first in P11. Takes fastest lap point, of course. Fair play. Couple of DNFs, couple of disqualifications, a little bit of chaos. Wani didn't particularly do Wani things, which was a shame. Mr. Tank got disqualified, as did the Rossier. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Not as good as Monza, but you know we can't be like that every week. Do tune in for F4 in 14 minutes time. Look at the warnings, unbelievable scenes. And of course the rest of the races throughout the weekend as well, which won't be as interesting as F5, because F5 is the best. As always, have a wonderful weekend. Do hope you have a good one. It has been a pleasure as always, and I will see you next week for round 8, which I don't know where it is. Could be anywhere, who knows? Could be on the moon, we shall see. Anyway, have a good one. See you later. Bye bye.